I'm John with Helena Food Share. I'm here with Chef Margaret Corcoran and with Kim Lloyd from the Extension Office. At Helena Food Share, we believe that nutritious food is a building block for a healthy community. Healthy food options should not be a luxury. They should be available to everybody. We're getting more and more donations of fresh produce, and we also buy whole foods from local growers. Sharing unprocessed food with our customers improves their health and also supports the local food economy. This year, we're participating in the Harvest of the Month program with the Extension Office. Every month features a different product. This month, we're featuring lentils, and you can almost always get lentils at Helena Food Share. Margaret Corcoran is the former owner and chef at Benny's Bistro. She's been working with local foods forever, for years. Today, she'll show you how to make lentil tacos. For more information about Helena Food Share, the services we offer, recipes, or how you can help, visit our website at helenafoodsshare.org and like us on Facebook. Margaret?
Thanks, John. Welcome. Lentils are one of my favorite things. In the restaurant business some years ago, I got to know a couple of organic farmers and some folks that were selling I used to try to buy at the farmer's market, and got to know some people there. And somewhere along the line, I got introduced to lentils. And they're a wonderful product in Montana. They are organically grown. Montana is one of the highest producers of organic lentils in the United States. They got started. I'm not a farmer, I'm a cook, but I do know that they began to get going with lentils in the ag community as a rotation crop that helped keep moisture in the soil, helped keep weeds out of the soil, helped and just provided them the opportunity to use fewer pesticides and get healthier soil. So it's really important to our sustainable soil and our sustainable agriculture, and it's a great food product. So you can do almost anything with lentils. Probably most of you know lentil soup, and in fact, I know hardly anybody who doesn't like lentil soup, but there's a lot of other fun things you can do. It's a really high source of, it's big in fiber, it's gluten-free, it's high in protein, and it's fat-free. I mean, what's not to like? And I've even made, there are several kinds, there are lots of pretty colors of lentils. There's pink ones and orange ones, and then these are what we mostly see, and what you'll find at Food Share are a brown lentil. They cook up quickly. And then there are also these really pretty little black lentils called beluga lentils that are fun for salads. They cook up without getting very mushy. You can, they're great in protein. They also have an outer shell which protects them in the winter and keeps them from sprouting, but it's called, what do they call it? It's an anti-nutrient. In our human consumption, it stops us from getting the full nutritional value. But all you have to do is soak them. Like you do beans, if you're going to cook beans, do the same thing with lentils. It cuts the cooking time at least by half, and it releases the nutrients for us to be able to absorb. So if you want to do something with lentils for dinner and you forgot to soak them, go ahead and cook them. They're still a great product. But if you can remember before you go to work in the morning to throw some water on a cup of lentils and just leave it on the counter, when you come home, it'll cook in 15 minutes and you can make these tacos or soup or lots of other kinds of things. So I've got brown lentils. I soaked these last night and I cooked them today. They kind of get a little bit mushy, but they're kind of my meat substitute. So, you know, that's going to be fine with me. I've also done them with some of the other colored lentils, and then they're a little prettier, but these are just fine. The other thing I'm going to put in here just for color and because it's fun are split peas, these are a yellow split pea. You could do a green split pea, but I did the same thing. I didn't soak these. I just cooked them this morning till they're pretty soft. And lentils double in bulk. So this was about, what we have here was about half a cup of lentils, and it cooks up to about a cup and a half. So you have to remember that when you're trying to figure out how much you need. And the same here. And I'm just gonna mix these together. The only thing, I cooked them in water, and at the end I added a little bit of salt, and then I drained them. When you're cooking them, you want to have them covered with about an inch of water, and then you cook them, bring them to a boil, turn the heat down so they're cooking on kind of a medium heat, and you want to make sure that they stay covered with water. If it absorbs all the moisture and then they're done, that's perfect. If you have a little too much and you need to drain them, that's good too. But just make sure that they will absorb a lot of water in the cooking process, and you don't want them sticking to the bottom of your pot. So the fun thing about this as a taco is that you've got a great fat-free, gluten-free, high-protein product that's much less expensive than meat, and it's also really low in allergens. Not very many people, there's not much to be allergic to here. So if you are generally allergic to peanuts or oils of any kind, any other dairy products, here's a good way to go. No allergies, no fiber, or lots of fiber. Anyway, I'm just stirring that up for a little color. The next thing I did, I sauteed some onions and garlic. At this point, you can put anything you want in here. If there are other vegetables, we're going to add all of this stuff to our tacos. It's just a kind of classic taco after this. We've got salsa and sour cream and lettuce and cheddar cheese, and it's sort of anything you want to put in here. That's what's kind of fun about this. But I sauteed some onion because I thought it would help it all stick together and taste great. Onion and garlic. And then I've got cumin, just because I can't make anything that's Southwestern or Mexican without cumin. It's just my herb. Cumin and garlic are kind of my herbs of choice. And this again is just totally up to you. Skip it entirely if you think it's weird or you don't like it. But try a little bit if you're not sure. And it's just got a wonderful, wonderful aroma. Sorry you can't smell that. The other thing to know about these lentils, when you've cooked them, again, you can add them to smoothies, add them to soups, add them to scrambled eggs, add them to casseroles. Again, you increase the fiber and the nutritional value of any product that you add them to, and they also freeze really well. I almost never cook a half a cup of lentils. I cook 2 cups of lentils, and then I have a mountain of lentils, and then I just divide it up into Ziploc bags and put it in my freezer, and then I pull it out for this dish or anything else that I'm making. You can put lentils in. I've got a great lentil chocolate cake recipe. Everybody laughs at that, but it's one of my favorite, most delicious cakes, and I've got 2 recipes. One's gluten-free completely, has no flour in it, and the other one has flour and cocoa, and then you puree lentils and add it, and it's a little like the carrot cake, zucchini cake kind of family, where it just adds wonderful moisture to your cake. And you've got all these nutritional values, but don't tell your kids that you did that. Just give them this great chocolate cake, and they won't know that they're getting something healthy. So lentils are like beans and some of those legumes, where they also, when you add things like corn, you again increase the nutritional value of this product. So we're going to make this with little corn tortillas. So then you're getting just even a more complete protein. And I'm just going to heat these a little bit. These are little guys. These are cocktails. cocktail tacos, but you can get regular big size. And we're going to fill these, and then we're just going to add whatever we want. I'm going to grate up a little bit of cheese here. And we've just got sour cream, and this is a nice fresh salsa. These all came from the food pantry. These are all available. This is definitely a weeknight dinner. This is the kind of thing that if you come home from work and you are hungry and the kids are hungry and everybody's tired, this is what you want to be making. Also, you can do any kind of cheese you want. You can get real fancy and use goat cheese but just whatever you really like. I'm just going to heat this up a little bit. This whole thing at this point would save really well. This is back before I retired, when I was really working, you want to really cook a couple of times a week. This is the kind of thing, make a nice batch of it. This would freeze at this point. If everybody gets tired of eating it, bring it out in a couple of weeks when they're not tired. Or make it the day ahead of time, or make it on Sunday and eat it Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. It's just a great kind of little snack and dinner and lunch that's very flexible. So I've heated my tortillas a little bit, which makes them a lot more flexible. I'm just going to put my lentil meat in there. I'm going to add some salsa. Sour cream. If you're not a dairy person, skip the sour cream. And this is actually cabbage. If it's the middle of the summer and you have lettuce, go with lettuce. If right now cabbage, just really finely shredded, is a wonderful substitute. And you just adds a great crunch and some color to your little guy. And there you have. I need a little plate. Kim, could you hand me a plate?
I don't have one. Sorry.
We lost the plates. Anyway. Do I need to show you how to eat this? Kim, could you show us how to eat this?
It looks delicious, Margaret. I love that idea to make a bunch and then leave it at the end for another day of the week too. That's a great idea and very versatile as well. Cool. And even if you wanted to have a meat meal, you could still add some ground beef to this or any kind of meat that you have, but you're not using as much meat up. Meat's very expensive, so adding some lentils in can help stretch it too.
Or if it's flexible, again, because it's this sort of buffet kind of thing where you can add whatever you want, and meat could be the same thing. Have a little bit of chopped chicken or burger, whatever you have, and then people can have a little bit of everything. I would use bigger tortillas because I want to put everything on mine, and I can't do it I don't have enough room in here.
But this way you could eat more tacos if you have smaller shells.
It's true. That's true. That's true. So great fiber, great protein, low fat, no gluten, hardly any allergies. Lentils, all of this is available at FoodShare. What did we forget?
That's it, I think.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you.